What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Body Code Games. My name is Cody. Today, we're going to hop in the GameCreator again, and we're going to check out another one of their DLCs, and check it out together. I pulled it up, just loaded everything. I haven't had the chance to check it out myself, but we are going to do it together. Today, we're going to do GameCreator Shoot of Sky. So what I'm assuming is like a Metroid, what's it called, Metroidvania kind of game. So let's check it out. Turn the music a little bit down so y'all don't get blasted with it. But let's look at the trailer. Also, since I have this paused, I keep forgetting about my mic. So maybe the earlier sound may be off because my mouth wasn't here, but my mouth is here now, so let's get back to it. Sorry. Alright, so that is actually pretty neat, and obviously it was in Chinese, so I couldn't tell you what it was saying. But it looks cool. It looks super, super neat. It looks different compared to if you've been following along with us. Looks way different compared to the previous DLCs that we tried out. This gives a difficult rate of, let me turn this off. A difficulty rate of 4 stars, which is pretty a lot, so it's maybe a little tricky. And it looks cool, doesn't it? It's like everything's in there. It's kind of like, what's that game engine that RPG Maker did? Pixel Game Maker. It kind of reminds me of that, and I believe the people that created this, I think, I could be wrong, did they make IF Faction Game Action Engine? I could have sworn I read that somewhere. Could be wrong, but that's what it reminds me of, is that one or the Pixel Game Maker from RPG Maker series. But what's cool about this is, it's only a $5 DLC, and you can pretty much create it and just buy the base GameCreator, which is neat. It's way cheaper than doing Pixel Game Maker. What would it call it? MZ or MV? Because you can create all these different types of games. I mean, it's pretty much like SRPG Studio, which is a complete engine where you build strategy RPGs, and this actually had the DLCs where you can do that too. So it's like all those wrapped into one. So let's hop into it. Let's see. It looks so different. This is how it's supposed to look, but I'm just thinking from the other DLCs we've created. It's just weird seeing it, being like an RPG Maker type of system, and now it's side scrolling. It's super neat, really neat. I do like this engine, but I can tell this one looks like it's going to be hard to learn. Let's hop in the game and just kind of play the test demo it comes with. turn that down. Alright, let's try it out. That's cool how it zooms in. That is really cool with the camera. I definitely want to know how to do that. I wonder if you can do that with the other RPGs or the other DLCs, because I never noticed with the previous DLCs that I covered it didn't do a camera zoom. That'd be pretty neat for like cutscene wise, you know? Okay, this is moving. Got an ability, and if you look up here in the left corner, you see your health. Looks like, how do I shoot? Okay, I shoot. Alright, with the mouse. Okay. Cool little animations. Got a health bar. Let's see, we'll jump. Oh, it's pretty neat. Reminds me of like a, obviously Metroidvania, but like Super Nintendo style game. So if you're interested in like making a game like this, like a Metroidvania, this is pretty neat. Okay, let's see. Destroyed Cheddar Chest. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I typically don't play these types of games. I did when I was younger, you know, because I grew up when the Super Nintendo was out, and then that was like the only system besides like Atari. But it was Super Nintendo, Sega, what was it, Sega Saturn, and Genesis. You gotta think I'm 35, so that was the hot stuff when I was a kid. But that's what it reminds me of. I'm just not a fan of these, you know. I like them, but I haven't bought any of the new ones that has came out. Maybe I should, you know. But it's like, you know, your Super Mario. I know people rave like Hollow Knight. But it's just, I don't know if I'd like that kind of game. Alright. So that's pretty much what you can create. Let's kind of look around here. And another thing, this is way different than the other DLCs. So everything's so different. And it goes longer. I mean, this is going to be hard to figure out how to learn this. You know, I wanted to cover all the DLCs before I hop in and learn everything, but there's so much to learn in this because you can do so many different types of games. I feel like this is going to take me forever. I wanted to cover all the DLCs and start doing tutorials, but I mean, you could literally have enough content due to tutorials for the next year or two. You know, because they have so many different things. So I'm trying to think, you know, if I do tutorials, I'm going to have to do it by like, I guess like a playlist. One of them RPG, the next action, you know, because they're all different. Every single one of these DLCs is not like the previous one. So when you open up something in the database, it's different. It's a lot. It has a lot of content. Okay. A lot of content. I like it. So when you zoom out, when you zoom in, it comes. That's so cool. And it moves in the back too when you scroll. It's the egg room. Don't know what that is. The end. I like it. How the background's that's cool. Alright guys, so if you're wanting to create a game, like something like this, I guess this would be it. But let's look, because let's look in the database and see what's different. If you've been following along, you'll see there's stuff different. I checked this out for 1 second. I didn't get to scroll through everything. I mean, the sound setting, this looks a little bit of the same. Game controls, obviously, you can edit them. Game settings. That looks different. So this is different. So every time we do a new DLC, the game settings are different. Initial jump time. So this is all different. So they must code these in for each DLC. What I do wish, I mean, I don't know how hard it would be for the developer of this engine, is to somehow wrap every single one of these DLCs into just one game engine. So let's say if you wanted to make an RPG, right? And you have an arcade in that JRPG turn-based or whatever, and there's an arcade in there, and you have an arcade machine, and you want to have the player put a coin in, and then you can play these types of games. I think that would be so freaking cool, you know, but I just don't know. I mean, anything's possible with game development. You just have to learn it. But it's coming right out of the box, it would be hard to learn, especially if you don't know any coding, know how to do anything with game development. That's why they make these engines to make it easier for game developers. But I'm just like thinking about the bigger picture. It helps someone that doesn't know how to do any of that. Say if they wanted to mix and match like a turn-based RPG with an action Metroidvania type of game like this. I wish there was an option to do so, because I've noticed all the game settings are different. So it's like, if you use this DLC, you can't really do turn-based combat right out the box. I think you would have to really learn this engine and possibly copy and paste some coding or something, or learn it yourself to do it. But I think that'd be neat. Maybe if the developer's watching this, you know, that would be so cool. Just a mix, just put everything into one. You know, and maybe there's like a plus minus button with the game setting where you can add in stuff, or maybe even create a common event to where you can do that, you know. But these are different, just know, in your database. So the world settings are different. Let's look at the player. There's literally nothing here. What's that mean? I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Delete. Wonder why there's no player settings. Avatar. Yeah, so this is different. Because remember the last ones I covered, all these sections were all the same. They all had the same character, but this one's different. This one literally does not have anything of the other one, which is cool, you know, because I was like, damn, they use the same assets. You know, if you really wanted to, you can get this guy and put him in the other GameCreator RPG or DLC if you wanted to, because you have the folder to where you can import and export. You know, so if anything you see in the previous game that I've covered, you can import them into this. You know, but I just wasn't too sure. I thought they're all the same because I haven't done this DLC. So it's nice to know that some of these DLCs do have their own stuff. But if you wanted to, you can add this into another DLC, you know, by importing it, and vice versa. I'm glad to know that, because I was like, damn, they use the same stuff for every DLC. But they don't. This is all different. There's none of this. I've never seen any of this in the other one. And this is different too. The previous stuff didn't have like remote attack, melee attack. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Let's see. It's like a light. Okay. It's all the different types of guns, keys. What's that do? Okay. Nice animation. And that might be it. So 4 pages, which is enough. This is so cool. Shotgun shells. Oh, this must be where you pick it up. Laser bullet. Okay, I have a good bit. This is just all the animations. I like this. I mean, you can add your own too, obviously. What's invisible time? Okay. So there's probably a way to make it longer here. There's so much I gotta learn. Create keyframe. Would that do it? I don't know. What's that do? Send signal. I have no idea. But they do have tutorials or a directory, a booklet of how to really learn this engine, which I have not read completely, and I'm not 100% sure it's fully ready yet for English users. I know it comes in Chinese, and you have to use your Google Translator. Usually when you're on the Windows, if you do what's this one, Microsoft Edge or Chrome, I think they all do it. But in the right hand corner right here, it'll say translate to English, and that's how I started reading it. But I believe he said the developer said they created a tutorial. They're going to, if they haven't yet, of the DLCs so you can learn more about this. Let's see. That's just a dialogue. I mean, even this is different. I do like how this is different. I mean, even think about it. For $5 for the DLC, just as much content this has for $5. I mean, literally. I mean, you can honestly make your own game. You know, make a good game, and for $5, more than likely you can sell this and make $5. You know, add your own game in it. Change the assets as long as you have the compounds and, you know, the game mechanic. It's kind of already set there for you. You know, you just keep adding levels, add some story to it. You know, it's already there for you. You know, you don't have to learn how to do all this, you know. It's kind of built for you. You can change this. I love how the background moves. I'm going to have to figure out how they do that. What's this do? Okay, so you can change. Let's see. Okay. Background. Like I said, we'll learn together when I start doing tutorials. I'll learn a little bit of all this. All these controls. We'll go through them. There's a lot of stuff in this engine. And for $40, I mean, you really can't beat it. Really cannot beat it. It's just overwhelming at first when you're learning a new game engine. You know, a lot of people don't like switching game engine because they don't want to learn, or not they don't want to learn. It's just time consuming, and it can give you a headache or stress you out. But stuff like that, I like. You know, like solving a puzzle. I don't like puzzle games, but I like puzzles, if that makes sense, like Sudoku or like crossword puzzles, you know, like learning stuff you don't know how to do. When you do it, you feel accomplished, and that's what I think that's why I'm like drawn to this game engine, because it's so massive and big. I mean, all game engines are. You know, I was able to do this with RPG developer Bakin, and now I'm like a master at that engine. I could literally create a lot of stuff with my eyes closed. I know where every single thing is, what everything pretty much does. You know, and I remember when I first started that game engine, I did not know how to do anything. And I was like, where I'm at right now is how I was with Bakin. In the beginning, like, oh, this is so much. You know, at least Bakin has some tutorials and some forums and groups. This one does not. At least for the English base. I know Chinese over there, they got a forum, but can't speak it, so you're not going to be able to learn as quick. And that's why I'm here, to try and teach it. Okay, so, I mean, as you see, it's different stuff. Skills, penetrating. I mean, this is all different. Bullet settings. I like it. All right. Let's just check. I mean, it's like your same thing that we've gone through in the previous ones. Scene object. I'm just wondering, can you just add? Is it drop and drag? So why is it doing that? Oh, that's cool. So I guess he'll see you. And that's when he'll start shooting. So can I just drag and drop? So y'all remember, let me put him, let's put some more. Let's put a lot of them. Let's just kind of play with it. We'll save it. And see if they're there. Yep, they are all there. That's cool. I mean, honestly, guys, if you didn't want to have to learn a lot of this stuff, I mean, this would be super basic to... How do I get out of here? I forgot. Okay. This would be super easy for you to just start here, use all this, and just change it. You know, if you're not too familiar, like, how do they get these monsters to work? Obviously, you want to learn how they work. But, I mean, if you want to, you can just import your own enemy in here and just copy and paste the event that this enemy is attached to and attach it to your monster to where they attack and do all this. And you have yourself a game, you know? I mean, if you really wanted to do something so simple and basic like that, you could, you know? I mean, all of this. It doesn't have to be a sci-fi. It's going to be like in a dungeon with monsters, you know? Instead of these guys, you can put spiders there, and it would look like they would shoot out spider webs. You know, you can add your own animations and own attacks. So, like I said, we'll go through all this eventually in the future. I still got, I don't know, like 5 more DLCs to go through before I start actually learning this engine. But if you're wanting to, it's pretty basic, guys. It's pretty basic. So if you're interested in checking this out and learning it, I mean, heck, $5. You know, like I said, it's a beautiful engine. The graphics they do include super beautiful. You can add your own story, because I think the test play demo just kind of teaching you how to create something like this, but you can add your own story, and there you go. You got yourself your own game. Super basic, super easy. If you wanted to do it just a drag and drop and kind of copy and paste and learn the engine. But eventually I'm going to learn all this. So if you're interested, guys, go check it out. The main game engine to $40, you know. And look at all the DLCs. They're all different. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 DLCs. That kind of 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 9. So 3 of them for free. Now this one's $3. $5. I mean, you can get them all for 50, 60, 65, $68 and tax, you know. And I believe you could probably buy them all together at a discount, maybe. I don't know. 27. Is that a discount? No, it's not a discount. Nothing's discounted. But I mean, $40 plus this. I don't know if this game engine does go on sale. I've never seen it on sale, but hell, it's cheap enough to do this. But yeah, if you're interested, pick this up. Give me like a couple months before I dig into this. I still got to do the rest of the DLCs before I start doing tutorials. And again, I'm going to have a separate section. I feel like I need to do tutorials on every single DLC because they're all different. They're all freaking different. So I guess that's something I'll have for my YouTube channel, doing tutorials on every single DLC. If I can learn it. That's pretty cool looking. Can't wait to get into whatever DLC that one was. But thank y'all for watching. Until the next one, y'all stay safe. And if you can, donate to the hurricane victims. If y'all don't know, I'm from North Carolina. So we got affected really bad. I'm in Stanley, kind of near Charlotte. But it's going towards the mountains, and the town next to me, which is like Mount Holly, it's like 5 minutes. One of their towns are like flooded. So it's very devastating, and we didn't get nothing compared to what like toward the mountains. I don't know how many people have died. It hasn't really come out yet, but from what I'm hearing, it's in the thousands. From local people, not like the news stations. The news stations aren't telling the whole truth, or they don't even know. But from local communities, they're saying it's in the thousands, and it's devastating. So, if you go to a store and they say, hey, donate to the Hurricane Helene victims, donate, do $1 or something. They're really hurting up there. There's a lot of people still without power, and a lot of people still putting out missing people report. It's sad. So today's Wednesday. It happened Friday. By the time I put this video out, it'll probably be on Friday. So it'll be a week since the hurricane happened, and just pray for everybody. Until the next one, thank y'all for watching, and we'll talk to you later.